For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record, yeah. For the record, yeah. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. A6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and age. I'm flipping the bars and flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Had a less impressions. I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected with the moves elusive. And I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winnings when I know you're losing. So I with the winners and they throw with deuces. Guess I have to pivot shooting at bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper cash, the tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam got the bag. Brody plot will get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps. Whoa, 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 whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. A6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and age. I'm flipping the bars and flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Had a less impressions. I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected with the moves elusive. And I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winnings when I know you're losing. So I with the winners and they throw with deuces. Guess I have to pivot shooting at bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper cash, the tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam got the bag. Brody plot will get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my.
Hello again. Welcome to another hopefully edutaining episode of Create Simple Meals. So, today, unlike normally, I won't have the recipe up because I had said I was going to do the shrimp and grits, and so I said I'm going to do the shrimp and grits. I will put the recipe up later, I promise you that, but as of now, we're just going to go directly for it. So, one here, and I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack on this one, is my niece going to kill me. I'll buy you another one. I'm going to do the grits in a pressure cooker. And I know y'all like, why would you do a grits in a pressure cooker? Grits is so easy to make. Got it. I done grits in slow cookers. I done them in pressure cookers. I done heard folks doing them in microwaves. We're doing it in the pressure cooker for two reasons. A, to speed up things. B, because if you're doing grits for a large crowd, you don't have time to constantly be sitting there stirring. I got some buddies that do a brunch every so often, and we sitting there stirring grits forever and a day versus using something like this 18 minutes. So let's get this started. For the grits, you following the recipe exactly as it is on the box. So we're going to put in a cup and a half of grits. Stir them up real quick. And you're going to put in 6 cups of water. Then a little bit of salt. Let me grab me some salt. Actually, I'm going to use garlic salt because I just feel like it. A little bit of salt. Get another quick stir. And we ain't got to talk about grits no more for another 18 minutes or so. All right. Lock this down. Now, I will have a link for this. If any of you who know me personally know I absolutely adore this machine. You would swear I'm getting paid by them, but I absolutely do not. But I love the dadgum machine. All right. Let's do this. And 18 minutes. Let that get going. All right. Now, while we're doing that, let us start cutting up these sausages. You can use whatever type of sausages you want to use, andouille or whatever. I'm using my favorite sausage because I had some still left. Kaneka. Got a bee that came out here. I guess I better leave him alone before he decides to sting me. So this recipe, actually I got an inbox the other day from a buddy I went to grad with, and he was asking me what is my favorite meal to do, and I'm like, I really don't have one. He asked me what was my best meal, and I said that's not something I can answer. The viewers have to answer that. So then he was asking me some of my favorite meals to make, and this is actually one of them. One, because it's a crowd pleaser, it's quick, and it's tasty. So this is why I personally like making the shrimp and grits. The other one I do also in the pressure cooker is, and I might do this soon. I don't know if you guys have seen them questions that's going on Facebook with all this coronavirus stuff. Of you got $20 and you got to feed X amount of people in whatever amount of time. And so I had made a comment that jambalaya, because I can do jambalaya in a pressure cooker in about 25 to 35 minutes. All right, let's get these onions chopped up. Now, for those of you just tuning in and tuning out and tuning in, please feel free to come back and forth, because unlike most of the shows where I do some of the stuff kind of slightly in advance, this one we more or less doing everything live. And I'm going to tell you why. One, since all of us is stuck in the house, we ain't got nothing but time. And two, I just felt like doing something a little bit different today. I had to slow down on using my gloves, because with all this pandemic crap we going through, them gloves are becoming something of a commodity. Who that just chimed in? Hey, my sister's on. Hey, Gina. Hey, Yolanda. Who? Mike Hall? Hey, Mike, what's going on with you? Huh? Gene? Aunt Jean's on there? Aunt Jean, my unofficial biggest fan. Every time you get on, it makes me feel like I'm doing something right. So I'm gonna try to keep up the good work and make it a little bit better. Now, again, I will call it out, and this will be on the comments on my page. Anything I do use that I was paid or influenced to use, I will tell you. So this knife, which I absolutely love to death, it's by Steinbrook. It is something that I was given to try out. But if you ever watched one of the first shows, I had a knife out here. That's before I learned to stop cussing so much on this show. I yelled at the wife. I was like, "Hey man, bring me my knives. I can't use this piece of crap." Thank God I did not call that company out. But anything you use on this show, I'm either gonna tell you I love a bunch of crap. This bunch of crap. I'm not gonna tell you the name. But if I love it, I will definitely tell you. All right, so we done with that. Grab this bell pepper. Grab me these. One of the good beauties of cooking outside, I ain't got to worry about the flow so much. I'm just gonna power wash afterwards. Yeah, lost a piece there. I try not to waste any of vegetables if I can help it. So, back to that pressure cooker jambalaya. Just put in the comments or inbox me if that's something you would like for me to do. Mind you, pressure cookers, you sitting there for a while just letting it do. But if you want me to do something like that live or just do a show on it and edit it, let me know and I will put that one up as well. Today we're doing shrimp and grits, real simple recipe. We got some grits in the pressure cooker. Once that thing pressurizes, it's going to take 18 minutes to cook. Right now we're chopping up some onions and bell peppers. We're going to take that, saute in the pan, along with some sausage, shrimp. I'm going to call it a tomato cream sauce to go with it, and it's going to come together real nice. You got your earbud? Oh, it might have. Oh, and also, folks, now sometimes it's going to be on us, but as a buddy, John T, he's been DJing us out in this quarantine situation. And what he's noticed is that the internet has been throttled because so many of us on. That's what we was trying to get on early. Everybody wake up and start playing the internet. So if the sound quality is bad or it goes in and that's to be expected. All right, I don't know how long that was. How long we been on? Anyway, that's how long it took for that thing to pressurize. Now from there on, we're looking at 18 minutes. 13 minutes, okay, 13 minutes for that to pressurize. And then 18 minutes of cooking. Yeah, like I say, normally I don't do this part live because ain't nobody trying to sit there and watch nobody chopping up some dadgum vegetables. Y'all got Cuisinarts and food processors, but hey, we ain't got nothing but time. Now, one little thing I do personally is just me. I like to season throughout. So as I'm waiting on them, I'm gonna throw a little Creole season on them just for now. Get this out of my way because I don't think I need it no more. All right. Dry my hands off. 18 minutes to go on that. And let's start on everything else we got to do. All right. So for the sauce, before we do that, let me turn on. This real quick. Hey, Brother Williamson, what's happening? Put this in here. And I'm going to let them start cooking off. Go on, get up there. While we're doing that, clean up my area a little bit. I actually don't think I don't need this anymore. Actually, done for that for today. All right. Also, folks, as always, this show is brought to you by the Self-Employed Tax Company. This brother built this tax company from the ground up. So, as you know, the deadline has been extended for our taxes. If you haven't done them, hit up the Self-Employed Tax Guy. He's made it to the point where you can do your taxes virtually anywhere you want. You can sit in your boxing drawers and call this brother and do it via Skype. You can do it via going into his office, Dropbox, however you need to do it. He is there for you. And also to Self-Lodge Planning for all your group travel needs. Please hit up Self-Lodge Planning. I know right now we kind of canceling trips, but this ain't gonna last forever. So when it's back up and running and you want to plan that class reunion, you want to plan that post-apocalyptic trip, hit up Self-Lodge Planning. Also in June 20th, a good brother of mine is having a daddy-daughter dance. It's in Carson. The tickets are $60. The information will be on the screen. Please hit this brother up. I think it's a very good endeavor, and I think it's something that we should encourage and, if possible, support. Even if your father is not with you anymore, he's making provisions for that as well. So please look into that. The daddy-daughter dance presented by Chris Aaron, June 20th in Carson, California. All right. I'm going to use these. So we're going to sit here, brown off these sausages, put them off to the side. Then in this same pan, we're going to start making up, saute these bell peppers and onions. Now I'm going to tell you, the recipe I am going to put up is going to tell you to put the bell peppers and onions in with the roux. I'm not doing that today because I like my flavor different. So I'm going to cook these together and then separate them. Couple of reasons why. One, it just speeds things up. But two, I love layers and layers of flavor. So by sitting here and sauteing these sausages and the bell peppers and onions together, all you're going to do is basically put a slew of flavors into this shrimp and grits. I had a buddy over here, or actually a buddy of my brother's was over here for our holiday brunch, and he was saying he had never had shrimp and grits before, and I'm like, I found that odd to believe. And then my brother was saying he'd only really had shrimp and grits with basically shrimp and grits, and I'm like, nah, it's a little bit more to that. So hopefully this recipe is something that, if you haven't seen it before, it's something that you are impressed with, and it's something that you will add unto your repertoire. Got 14 minutes left on them grits. Now I'm gonna tell you, with the grits, with this pressure cooker, what we're gonna do is after it finish cooking, what we're gonna do is let it, what they call natural release. So with pressure cookers, you can do a quick release. We're gonna let this natural release because it's still cooking in there. Can you do me a favor and grab me like 4 ice cubes? It's in the deep freezer. Oh, Susana, I'm trying to read from this. I don't need any more of my champagne, mimosa, whatever they call it. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. Me cooking without drinking is just something that's probably never gonna happen. I used to barbecue at my old church for a fundraiser, and that was some of the hardest things for me to sit there and do, believe it or not, is to cook without having me a drink with me. Now, for those of you that think I may have a problem, keep thinking. See, at night it's easier to see that screen, but in the daytime, that glare. Hey, what's happening, Cliff? Turk, my boy, what's going on with you? Huh? Yeah, Lonnie was on earlier. All right. I've been sitting here and thinking, and I said for the very first show, I wasn't gonna get into this because I just don't want this platform to be about anything other than cooking and us sitting there and talking to each other. But with this whole pandemic thing that's going on, what I've noticed is that, and I'm hoping y'all are noticing this as well too, it's a lot of stuff that we have taken for granted in this world, and it's also a lot of things that we put way too much on. Now, me personally, I don't really miss going out stuff because I don't go out that much. I'm a homebody. Me and the wife been homebody for 20 years. But anybody that know me know I don't like people touching me. And I was telling her today we was passing by Costco to see if we was gonna get in there, which wasn't gonna happen. I made the comment of, when this is over, I'm going on a hugging spree. Because as much as I don't like people touching me, I miss that human interaction. So, not to get on no soapbox and get all preachy, but I'm hoping we're taking account of this and remember what we had, what we potentially lost, and start treating each other a whole lot better going forward. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and take this out. See, when the Food Network finally picked me up, they're going to tell me things like, when you're cooking, you got to use the proper thing. You got to use spatulas. I ain't trying to wash no dishes, so I'm using this. While we're doing that, I'm going to grab these shrimp. I'm going to season them also. Hey, Adrian, what's happening? Oh, and for those of you that's going on, I've been checking because I know some people have trips and they've been looking at it. Cruises. So I've constantly been actively watching them. As of now, they are updating. Most cruises are canceled up until all of April, all of March, and most of May. But I will keep everyone abreast of how things are going. Get us a fresh pan real quick. So our shrimp ain't got too much of a bitter taste in it. Here's another thing. I love these Duckalux pans because they're easy to cook with, easy to clean with. And they heat very, very evenly. So with that said, let me grab me just a little bit of butter. Are you so Tasana, is London trying to say I'm over 60? Tell her me and you the same age. And I think both of us is 35 plus. All right, let's get this up to speed. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, some of you already know I'm real big on temperatures, so I'm just using this to check the temperature of my pan because I'm used to cooking with fire, but this is induction, so I need to be a little bit more exact. 350, cool. Got 8 minutes left on the grits. And let's just cook these off with the shrimp. As I said on a few shows I've done shrimp with, don't overcook your shrimp. When they start getting, as they call, opaque, translucent, take them out. One, the heat's going to still keep cooking them afterwards. And two, it ain't nothing worse than some rubbery behind shrimp. You know what I could use in here? Again, folks, I will put the recipe up, the full recipe up later. But right now, This is one I've done enough times. I'm going to do off the top of my head, and I will let you know. But just to give you a preview of what it is, we got some shrimp cooking in the shrimp. We got some grits cooking in the pressure cooker. We done sauteed off some onions and bell peppers and sausages. We're now cooking these shrimp off, and then once we're done with this, we're going to start building our roux for the topping for the shrimp and grits. We're going to take all of that and put the meat in here, and we're going to top these grits off with it. Yes, actually you can. So those who have shellfish allergy or just don't like fish, you can actually do it with just chicken. Or what I would recommend, just get a chicken sausage. Take out the shrimp, do a chicken sausage. You can do it with chicken, but if you're using chicken breast, it's not as forgiving. It can get tough when you're making them that small. A lot of people, for whatever reason, don't like thighs. I'm like, you ain't been poor enough, because if you pour enough, you will eat thighs. You eat backs if you had to. But yeah, you can do it with chicken. But what I would recommend, if you want to 86 the shrimp, just use chicken sausage and go from there. All right, we're gonna take these out, put these in here. Nate, I have to conserve gloves today. I said that earlier. I gotta conserve my gloves because it's hard to find them. So this is family cooking. Normally I do have my gloves on. You see me when I events. I normally have them, and even on the show. But today I need to save these gloves until this pandemic is over. Sister Barry. Hey, I didn't know she was on Facebook. All right. So now we're done with that. Let me grab me some butter, and we're gonna start making this roux. Roux gonna go hopefully real fast. We got 5 minutes left. Turn this down a little bit. We got 5 minutes left on the. All right, so that's 2 tablespoons of flour and roughly 2 tablespoons of butter. Real simple roux. Turn this down a little bit. You're not trying to get a dark roux. Actually, about the color it is now, the color where we want to be. From that, we're going to take these tomatoes. We're going to put that in there. Uh-oh. And that's cooking down. Now, I normally use heavy cream or half and half, but again, kind of hard to find that. But I got a ton of evaporated milk. The evaporated milk will work just as well because all the water in evaporated milk has been taken out. You can use regular milk. It's just going to take take longer, but to thicken up. Heavy cream is absolutely your best bet. One, because of the fat content. But what I'm going to do is if I feel like I need some more fat in here, I'm going to cheat and I'm going to put butter in it. What's up, Square? All right, grab me a spoon. Where we at? 3 minutes. We're going to let this continue. And for the most part, folks, we're pretty much almost done. We just got to wait for them grits to get done over there. But the sauce comes together real quick. turn this down just a tad. Now for the tomatoes, you can use regular old stewed tomatoes if you want. I use the roasted garlic ones just because it already has flavoring in it. Has seasoning in it. Makes the meal even that much simpler. But as you see how that sauce is starting to thicken up, now I'm going to thin that out probably just a little bit. And I'm going to thin that out just a smidgen. Hey, Tawanda. Just a smidgen. We ain't got to do too much. But I do want to thin that out because I'm also going to put cheese, 1 minute left, on these grits. And that's going to be already thick. Let this cook down a little bit. And then we're going to add the rest of that. Oswaldo, my favorite realtor. How's everything going with you? I'm wondering, some of us are essential workers, some of us not. I'm really starting to wonder, for those that are impacted, what are y'all doing to pass y'all time as you stuck in the house? Doing this stay-at-home order across the country. I know me personally, I go to work every day, so it's not really bothering me too much. But I know my wife, daughter, and niece, they sit here all day, probably staring at the walls and watching YouTube. So I'm wondering, what is everybody doing to keep themselves sane? Talk to me, folks. Hey, Candace. She was at our wedding. She went to John Muir, too. All right. I'm going to put this in there. I don't know. But you remember. All right. So as you see, we put the shrimp, the sausage, the onions and bell peppers in here. We're going to mix this all together. Now, some folks like to keep the shrimp separate and top it on top of the grits, which looks better for presentation purposes. Not real big on plating. I'm real big on eating. Guess that didn't sound right for a fat man to say that, but I'm real big on eating. All right. We're going to let this simmer. For just a spell. And while that's doing that, I can catch up on some of these comments I'm missing. Have I missed anything? Okay. Oh, don't worry about being late, Candace. The show stays up. You can always go back and watch it. So, just to recap, we put pressure cooker, 18 minutes. It's going to cook. Let it naturally release. We sauteed off some sausages. We then added onions and bell peppers that we had already diced up. Sauteed that. Took that out. We sauteed some shrimp. We had sprinkled some Creole seasoning on. Removed that from the pan. We added 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour. Made a quick roux. Added to that some canned tomatoes. We used roasted garlic. You can use whichever one you want. We also added in more Creole seasoning to that. And I used canned milk today, but typically you would use heavy cream or half and half to that mixture. Once that comes together, you put the shrimp, the sausage, and the onions and butter back in it, and you see that simmering now. I am going to add some more butter just because I want a little richer flavor to it. But other than that, for the most part, we're done with our sauce. We're now just waiting for the to naturally release. So if you're using a pressure cooker, it's done, but it's got a natural release. Waiting for the shrimp, the grits to naturally. We're gonna add in some butter to those grits, give a little more, add in the cheese, and then we're done. In the meanwhile, can you do me a favor? Grab me a bowl, if we ain't broke them all, and a plate, and a ladle. And we're gonna get this party started. But a real quick shrimp and grit recipe. Now, to the pressure cooker. Again, it's one I love. Been posting about this pressure cooker for over 3 years. I just love it. I understand many of you been cooking grits forever in the day, and you don't need to put no grits in the pressure cooker. But imagine this: you go to a party, you need to cook a half a bag of grits. You want to sit there and stir grits all day, or you want to just pop it into the pressure cooker, walk away, do whatever you got to do, and cook for yourself. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the slow cooking method I did overnight, that was some BS. But I'm gonna try anything once. Get this out my way. And while we waiting for these grits, I'm gonna start cleaning up a bit, so I ain't gotta clean up a whole lot of it afterwards. No, I think it's probably because you walked away. No, it's not that. To reconnect, it's probably that. When you walk away, the Bluetooth disconnects from it. Sorry, folks, we were just talking about the headset that the director uses to monitor our sound. So I'm here and check any catch any issue before y'all do. Oh yeah, that works. That actually works. Now, sorry for the little delay, folks, but we do have to, as I say, I gotta wait for that to release. So another about 5 more minutes, and we're done. But while you're at it, put up that the daddy daughter dance. Again, for those of you been watching the show, I've been promoting it for a while now. Chris Aaron is doing the daddy daughter dance in June 20th in Carson. Tickets are $60. I encourage everyone that can and will please support if you're in the Southern California area. I think it's a worthwhile event, and I'm proud of this brother for implementing this event. Also, to the self-employed tax guy, for those of you who haven't filed your taxes, please hit up the self-employed tax company. They have made it very easy for you to do your taxes via online, face-to-face, in his office. You can mail it to him. Whatever you need, this brother has made a company that's very easy for you to get your taxes done. So please hit up the self-employed tax guy. All right, this is simmering. Let me check on this release button. We almost there, folks. All right, it's almost done. And you know, I should have had, well, never mind. I would have Ashton taste it, but, you know, Ashton be, oh, if y'all out there, the director window, can y'all hear us still? Actually, let me look over here and just see if the meter is moving. Because if the meter is moving, you can. Let me see. Test. Yeah, it's still on there. It's just yours probably ain't connected back yet. Get this out the way. And we're almost done, folks. Let me get us a bowl ready. Actually, I can. That's why it keeps thickening up. Wish I wanted to thicken up because I don't like no soupy meal. Well, what I'm finna do, because right now it's only about 150, so I can kind of. Good question. So she's asked, how can I prevent the shrimp from getting rubbery? I've been doing it so I can kind of see, and I'm watching the shrimp. I have the burner on basically simmer. So once the shrimp start getting this curl to it, I can't really explain it. You just kind of have to know. But when it starts getting a curl to it, you know it's getting too dry. But as long as it's kind of white and you see the pink veins, your shrimp should be pretty tender. Beyond that, it's kind of hard. Some things, as I said before, the 3 P's: passion, patience, practice. Practice will let you know these things just through history, and you doing it enough time to know when your shrimp got overcooked. But you want to try one to make sure it ain't overcooked? Okay. All right. All right, let me go ahead and open this up. And there we have that done. Grab my handy dandy whisk. Grab me some more butter. Sorry, folks, I don't have a camera over here for you. But it's grits. If you watch this show, you probably used to seeing grits. Who's that? Hey, Kim, what's going on? She under her profile? What? Oh, she on TK. Okay. All right. Add in a little bit of this cheese. Get on now, B. Now, because Kim just got on, yes, I'm using pre-grated cheese, but we are in a pandemic and I can't get anything. Anybody know me know I can't stand. But at this juncture, I really don't have a choice. All right, folks. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, and we shall be done. Taste these grits. I could be convinced. I could be convinced to do that. Let me get these grits. Now I don't know if y'all, if it's in the shot right now. As you see, actually let me come full circle. As you see, as I said, the grits come out creamy in the pressure cooker, and I didn't have to worry about monitoring. From there, let me take this out my way. Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. This over here. Add in, put this right here. And there you have it, folks. Not too quick, but very simple shrimp and grit meal. Again, you cook off your grits however you want to do them. We did ours in the pressure cooker. It takes 18 minutes once it's pressurized. From that, we took some sausages. We sauteed them off. Added to that some onions and bell pepper. Put a little Creole season. Cooked that off. Took that out. Sauteed some shrimp with some more Creole season. Cleaned that pan out. We put in 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour. Made a quick roux. Added some canned tomatoes, diced tomatoes to that. And from there, we also added in some milk. We use canned milk today, but you can use heavy cream, which is preferred. Cook that down. Added back in the shrimp, the bell peppers, the onions, and the sausages. Let it all come together real nicely. And once the grits was done, we plated it. And there you have it. A very simple, not so quick maybe, create simple meal. Until next time, remember, when it comes to cooking, there are absolutely positive only 3 rules that I think you must follow. You must have a passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. Hit us up at Ask Me at Crazy Meals. Let us know what meals you want us to cook, and we will see you soon, maybe next week.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow them stuff for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. A6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball days. I'm flipping the bars, I'm flipping the. On record, off record, I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record, I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record, I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence, adolescent presence, I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected with the moves elusive, and I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost 'em. I can't work on winnings when I know you're losing, so I work the winnings and they play reducers. Guess I have to pivot, shooting up bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper, cash, good tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, got the bag. Brody plot, we'll get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my